What's going on, families? I didn't see you all in a long time. I know what's this? March, third month in the year. This is my first video. Don't hate me. Being busy, ain't got no excuses. It's just how life goes. You know what I mean? So look, let's just cut to the chase, shall we? What's the market doing? So, in my opinion, I think the same time last year, well, shoot, the market dropped in terms of jobs faster than nuns and knickers when when father is playing the devil at Halloween party. You know what I'm saying? So it it's just basically, that it was dreadful. 2024 wasn't really that great. Now it's it's not bad, pretty good. I think everything has gone back to the to average, day rate when it comes to contracting. I'm seeing some roles, man. Permanent roles, like hitting heavy numbers like 120 and up. I saw a role the other night for AWS, looking at 140, 150, 160 around that range. I can't remember, but it was well over 140, which is, I haven't seen that in years. Now, okay. So a lot of people will be asking, what's causing market to rise and drop and plummet? Like, you know, it's like taking a snowball and just throwing it into like a pot and melting it, when the fire's on. Fill in the blanks, people, when you're listening to me, okay? Use a bit of common sense so I don't have to just mansplain everything. So look, what's happened, and not a lot of people are talking about it, is that in the year 2000, when the dot-com bubble popped, you know, now some of you will be too young to remember those days because you're probably still in primary school. But what happened is that there was an influx of IT engineers onto the job market, and people were paying, stupid rates for stupid jobs. So let's put it this way: there was a job that I saw advertised um, when I came over to the UK in 2002. A kiddie had a snippet of it. It was advertised for University of Bath, paying £25,000. Get this, for installing Windows 95 desktop. That's it. Onto just normal tower stations, right? So laptops back in those days was mega expensive and like thick as bricks, you know? If you see like Alienware laptop, that's heavy and stuff like that. That's how the average laptop used to be. So, and what will happen is like a lot of people were getting paid stupid money. If you had CCNA, for example, or any Cisco qualifications, automatically 50 grand. Although you had like no work experience, you had people that had the MCSEs that were just be able to just, throw it in to the deep end and say, yeah, come on board and we'll pay you 30, 40, 50 grand, you know? And then in 2000, when the bubble popped, guess what? People's roles were evaluated. Well, our hire count's too high. Our, you know, our rate for paying for the minimal tasks are is too high. So then the what you call the market then got regulated. So in 2019, 2020, when COVID happened, I can't remember if it's 2019 or 2020, but you guys Google it and figure it out, and then put a comment below. But the point being is that when when there was a high turn for cloud compute because people just saw it as, look, you know, this cloud computing is going to be able to just save us. I'm not sure how, like AVD, Azure Virtual Desktop, for example, was something that picked up a lot. Citrix picked up a lot. And then basically people are doing their migrations away from, a physical data center into Azure because people came to realize, hey, we don't actually need to go and physically touch these machines. And, well, what do we do now that we're at home? We've got all this time. Well, let's start to do migrations, and that's what kicked it off. So then all of a sudden, there was a huge influx of demand for cloud engineers, cloud architects. Stick cloud in front of it, and you got a job. And what happened was is that because you had all these, not only did the companies made this huge influx, the bigger the vendors like Microsoft, AWS, Google, not Google actually, I think they were a little bit smarter, but they hired tremendous amount of people to do different products, like I think AWS, for example, had a lot of people coming on board for Alexa. Azure, Microsoft actually didn't have layoffs as much when it came to the cloud team. It's just basically what happened was is that COVID, because the market jumped 10 years into advance because of that disruption, you saw that certain products instantly just didn't do well. So that's where they actually say, we need to let this project die. And because we can't reallocate these people, they gotta go. And that's why they made, this huge amount of redundancies. Maybe they did have cloud engineers that were made redundant. I don't know. Um, but that's what happened. The other thing is that because now back in 2022, 23, when the market went to shit, you know, and the government just screwed up everything again, no blame, but that's the truth. Guess what? Well, projects started to die up. People didn't know, you know, because basically interest rates shot up and shit like that. People just didn't know, like, well, what projects were we going to have? What were we going to do? Now, guess what? If you don't have projects going, consultancy firms, and Microsoft has a consultancy wing when it comes to basically doing implementations and migrations from whatever to Azure, they go, well, we don't need contractors. Some permanent people got let go of that. That basically they were the last to come through the door, but now they're the first to leave, or they were underperforming. So it's just the way how it is. Nobody's talking about this. So what's happening is that bubble, this cloud bubble. So then what's happening now is that because you got this bubble that's popped, things are getting just a little bit regulated. But guess what? Because technology keeps advancing at a tremendous rate, what's happening is that pe companies have a choice: either evolve, adapt, or die. So they're forced into now, you know, adopting the technologies that they were probably avoiding. There are still migrations happening. There are still projects. So what I'm seeing is that in the beginning of, sorry, the last quarter of last year, there was this uptake of jobs. I was getting 3, 4 calls a day, you know, whether that for permanent jobs or contract or whatever. So let me just try to see if I'm still allowed to share the screen on this. Yeah, I can still share on the old Zoomy Zoom. Just share and let's just see what the market's doing, my people. So I just gonna focus on Azure. I got a day job to go to and it's 8:36 and I just thought I'd just make this video quite quick and I don't edit this shit. So, I could just basically record and go. Anyway, and I'm not recording this shit. You know what I mean? It's just figure of speech. Don't get insulted. Don't get triggered, people. Okay? So what you find is the market, you know, uh, as I made a video about basically where the rules were, man, all this stuff was in red, man. We were in the red, on this median daily rate year on year change. So it's up by 2.5. But these are services in Azure. Let's not focus on that. Let's look at actual roles. So Azure Consultant plus 6.6. Day rate of 600. I don't know if that inside or outside or 35, but the point being is it's on the uptake. Azure pipelines, well, not surprised because basically you got more projects going on and stuff like that. So people are specifically looking for that kind of experience, that kind of skill set, those kind of things. But let's just focus on actual job roles. So Azure Data Architect is on the uptake. You know, data is very more popular than just Azure Architect. And the thing is that they're specific on, do you know data engineering? And that's really important because if you look at Azure Architect, okay, it's at minus 7.69 demand, But the rate's not too bad. The rate's pretty good, 600. Happy with that. And the thing is that again, this is very broad. You don't, if you saw a role for Azure architect, it could be anything, including data, but this is specific. This is well targeted. This company knows what they're looking for, and they're looking for that. Azure Bicep, ugh, you know, ugh, you know, why would people want to implement that? It's just bizarre. I've implemented Azure Bicep. It's okay. You don't need a state file and stuff like that, but there's nothing as sexy as Terraform. Let's look at Terraform. Who is looking for a Terraform engineer? Let's see. Terraform steadily at 566 day rate, up by 1.34. Not surprised, not surprised. Let's see. Terraform 75K if you got that skill, plus 3.33. Interesting. Let's look for Azure permanent world, shall we? Azure 63. Was playing the big bucks. Azure architect, of course. Average 100 grand. That's okay. I don't want to be an architect though. I like the engineering side of things. If you are worth your weight in gold as an engineer, you get paid higher. Trust me. Um, is there AKS? Not surprised. Everybody's looking to do that migration, save on some money and stuff like that, and the self-healing and the applications run a lot smoother. So definitely, Kubernetes AKS is something that's good, 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 good. Azure consultancy is up plus 28. That's, you know, that's a tremendous amount. Mm, looking healthy people. But let's see, the government's introduced this thing when it comes to what do you call it now? People in permanent roles, and I think we got to pay more in national insurance and stuff. So like it might sway that you see more contracts come onto the market, more redundancies coming on the way. Allegedly, I read an article yesterday that 1,000 people a day sign up for job benefits. So yeah, we have to see what happens. Anyway, thanks for watching. Support a brother. Hit the subscribe button. Come on, pay for my freedom. Help me pay for my freedom. Help me achieve my freedom. Well, guess what? The more I'm free, the more I can help you. Help us. Help the world. Help everyone.